Yo, what is up, YouTube? What's up, guys? What's up? Oh, man, makes me look like I'm going bald here. I'm not bald, I promise. What's up, everybody? What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday. It is 4:29. I'm early. How you like that? How do you like that? Early. Derek early. Y'all late. Everybody else is late. I'm early. I'm chilling here. I'm chilling here early. Y'all late. What is up, YouTube? Woo! What's going on? It's been a few weeks. Y'all thought I left. I didn't leave. I didn't go nowhere. Y'all crazy, man. Been getting messages, people asking how I'm doing. You know, am I done with the scene? Done with the scene. What? Arm Strength Media. Yo, Arvin Chan, what up? How you guys doing, man? How's everybody? Let's tilt this thing up a little bit. Get the microphone up a little bit here. King of the Table reviews too. I mean, we can definitely talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Clerk into this thing here. Today's energy is sponsored by Rockstar. Oh, sweet nectar of the gods. What is up? Oh, let's build up a little bit. How's everybody doing? 10 people in here, 3 likes. If you guys can click the like button, thumbs up button on your way in, I would appreciate the love. I would appreciate it. I'm trying to get this thing boosted. How's everybody doing, man? How are you guys? Fill me in. How is life going? I got the East vs. West card up here on my phone, so we can definitely dive into that. My thoughts on the matches as of right now. But yeah, man, excited to be back here with you guys for a little bit. I don't know how long this one will go for, maybe an hour or so, but we're here. We're doing it. Before we get into the main topic, I want to first, obviously, want to say hi to everybody in here. Veronica in here, DF popping in. What's up, everybody? What's up? Okay, so lately, I have also been, a lot of you guys know I've been gaming, so I've been doing that a good amount, getting the Twitch stream off the ground. Me and DF and putting in a good amount of work into that. So we also started a YouTube gaming channel. If you guys are bored enough to want to see some clips of me gaming, that's on there. DF can post a link in the chat. But yeah, so we've been pushing that. Became an affiliate, and then the next push is to become a partner over there. I might stream here on YouTube. I don't know. We haven't decided, but we're just trying to get everything dialed in for now anyway, and we'll see where we end up. But right now we are definitely on Twitch. So if you guys are, basically you get to watch, you get to see this camera of me in the corner, and then you get to see my screen while I play video games and rock out to music and things like that, and just hang out. So, yeah, I've been doing that probably too much. Been having fun with it though. How's Halo competition rankings going? I'm not playing Halo. I've been playing a game called X Defiance. It's a good amount of fun though. It's a good amount of fun. I've been having a good time with it. Wing Zero, what's going on? GB19 in the house. What's up, everybody? What is up? Good to be back here on YouTube though, doing the Wednesday stream. What's going on? So give me some of your guys' early predictions for the East vs. West 15 card. Or at least tell me what matches you're most excited to see. There's only 3 actual East versus West matches, where it's Eastern guys versus Western guys, I think, if I counted correctly, which is, Armenian arm wrestler. What up, Derek? What up, dude? What's up? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in, hanging out for a little bit. Figured we'll get this thing moving. It's been a couple weeks. East vs. West 20, Derek Smith beats Levon 20. So that's only a year. It's a year away. What, 5 more East vs. West? Probably a year? I don't know, man. That's pretty soon. DF sharing the Twitch channel as well. Thank you, DF. Okay, so we can jump into this and we'll get just get moving a little bit. Normally I like to wait, let it build up a little bit though. We're at 15 people, 6 likes in here. If you guys are looking to get any merch or anything like that, check out the EvW.switch.com. Use discount code EvWDerek, save yourself a little bit of money. Also, while we're promoting things, You guys check out natfitnation.com. Use discount code AWDerek. Save yourself a little bit of money on supplements. NatFit Nation is owned by an arm wrestler. As I always go on this little tangent, is an arm wrestler making supplements. So we want to promote our own, help our own, keep it local. So if you guys get a chance, help out Jamie Sheldon. Check out natfitnation.com. Because that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. Yeah. So I guess also before we get on this topic, all this hammer nonsense seems just wild and dumb. I'm not gonna get on that too much because there's small details that I think are important that I don't know the answer to. But like, it seems like everybody's talking about this hammer stuff. I mean, obviously I'm on Reddit and it's like 9 of the 10 top posts are about the hammer situation. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Not everybody didn't sign off on the hammer idea in the first place. Devin came up with it. Cool idea. Super popular guy came up with it. And people were like, oh, cool. It wasn't like, official from any government body or, officially recognized. It was like a cool idea. I don't know if Dennis understood the idea all the way, if he appreciated it, or if he plans to compete left-handed anytime soon. So I don't know. There's a lot to it. And then Devin's going so hard. He got kicked off Instagram or something like that. I don't know what he posted on there. I think he was going way too hard from what I hear. I don't know. It's a cool idea. I just don't think it's as important as all the drama it's creating right now. But also, it's the left-handed hammer, man. Who's tripping about the left-handed hammer? It's the right-handed one that everybody cares about. But hopefully it'll sort itself out. I don't think that going at Dennis like super hard is going to yield anything positive anyway. So either way, excited about this East vs. West 15 card. On topic of Devin, you know what? We'll do that prediction last. There's definitely going to be people in here I don't know. I can already tell just looking around at the card. There's going to be names in here I don't know. Irina Gladica versus, and I don't know the other lady. Brigitia Ivanfi. Yep. I'm going to go Irina because I don't know the other lady. So that's just going to be a blind prediction. Sorry on that one. Man, should we just go through all the ones I don't know first? Azat Serapian versus Daniel Ustnov. Don't know either one of those guys. Should I? I mean, obviously they're badasses if they're on the card, but have they had matches with people? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, so this one I do have a question on this one. Nugzari versus Auguzan Kosak. So that's not. Is that the? Ustinov is insane. Says arm wrestling fan. Is it like? What do you mean insane? Insane way? How? Which way? What are you talking about? Like insanely strong? He's crazy at the table. He slaps himself. Like what are we talking about? I mean, lightweight matches are always exciting because they're so much faster and explosive, more explosive. But yeah, I don't know either one of those guys off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to do some research. Eton says, not all solved. Dennis on the latest True Power video was fresh. Sorry. I said fresh. Trash talking Devin again, and Devin got mad in the comments. Oh, I didn't see any of that. Ustinov is 75 kg WAF champion. Well, then he's a badass for sure. I mean, but I almost assume everybody on this card is a WAF champion. That's par for the course, pretty much. It seems like his arms look crazy for his size. Oh shit! All right. So Nugzari versus Kosak. That's not the Turkish Kosak, right? I'm thinking of the other Kosak. That's not him, is it? I can't tell. The picture looks off. Is that the Turkish, like badass Kosak, or am I thinking of somebody else? So that's the one that like the man that was a monster that beat like Marcio Barbosa and all that stuff back in Zloty. That's that Cossack. I didn't know if it was because I thought it was like Oz. I thought there was a Z somewhere, or I thought it was like OZG. I can't remember. I haven't seen his name in a while. That's him though. Oh, dude. Oh, I don't know what form he's in. I don't know if he's in top form, but he is amazing. If you guys don't know who he is, there's probably a lot of new arm wrestlers that have no idea who he is. If he's in top form, dude is super explosive, an amazing arm wrestler. Yeah, here it's like special forces guy. Yeah, but he is a badass. If he's in full form, I haven't seen him compete in years, but badass. Todd Colazo, yo, what's up? Zacy, what's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in. Bob Anderson, what's going on? Eton, hello. Sorry, I didn't say hello. I was just kind of reading the chat. Nugo's explosive. Yeah, no. He is. But if Cossack is pulling like he used to, like, dude is a beast, an absolute beast. Let's see. Then Artur Makarov versus. Man, it's like, am I getting old or my eyesight going? I have to zoom in on these things. Omer Kozakoglu. Another guy I don't know, so I'm going to go with Artur Makarov. Like I said, a lot of these matches are East versus East, and so there are people I'm not really too sure of. Derek Trong, what's up? Going to be mountain practice in a little bit. Hey, attaboy. You guys, we started so Alpha Empire is my team. We have like Alpha Empire East. Mine's a central one, and there's like East, North now. So the one he's talking about, we started the North practice up in Lake Arrowhead. If you guys are anywhere in Southern California, anywhere near Lake Arrowhead on a Wednesday, pop up there and support the practice. You guys, Kane Fontecchio is the man running it. That is my boy. But yeah, you guys, if you get a chance, you're in Lake Arrowhead. Beautiful up there, up in the mountains. Amazing. But yeah, we got practice going on at a badass bar, and there's actually gonna be a tournament up there coming up pretty soon as well. Derek, can you forget the details off the top of my head for the tournament? I probably find it. I don't know if you know the date at least for the tournament. Okay, so next, Dimitrina Petrova and Carolina Peterson. Oh, okay, that's gonna be a screamer for sure. I'm gonna go with Carolina Peterson on this one. Man, I can never look past the Swedes. The Swedes. Carolina's amazing. She scares the crap out of me. The position she gets into scares the crap. I mean, a lot of the lady arm wrestlers do. They scare the crap out of me. The positions they get into, like arm breaky positions. But she's a beast. So I'm gonna go with Carolina, even though Dimitrina is amazing in her own right, absolutely amazing. But I don't know. I want Carolina to win, so I'm gonna go Carolina 60-40. After this, Betkili Oniani and Oleg Zok, left-handed. Betkili has been on a tear. I don't know about Oleg's progression, how he's been doing. I feel like if Betkili is taking this match, that he's coming in top form, and he's amazing. He's ridiculous left-handed and explosive and all the things. And he's pulled Oleg enough, I think, to know what he's getting himself into. I think he's coming in here with a plan and with the strength that he knows he needs to have to execute. So I'm going to go Betkili on this one, which probably a lot of people will think Oleg's. I think you have to say Oleg's the favorite, but I'm going to go Betkili 60-40 as well. Todd Closet, what's up? Everybody say Nugo Explosive, what's up? Blah, blah. They're both mutants. School Ladyboy, yo, Bob Anderson. If Carolina wins, I want to see her versus Takanaka. Oh, dude, Takanaka is amazing. Those biceps on Takanaka are wild. I definitely want to see Takanaka back on East vs. West card and or King of the Table for sure. Derek Trong says November 16th, 3 p.m. at Stockade Grub and Whiskey. You guys, that is the tournament up there in Lake Arrowhead. So if you guys get a chance, it's in Crestline, but kind of near Lake Arrowhead. You guys get a chance to go check that out. It's going to be a badass event. I will be up there hanging out for sure. November 16th, 3 p.m. at Stockade Grub and Whiskey. Savage Arm Wrestling, yo, she looks bigger. I just saw her last week. Oh, yeah, you're out there in Japan. She's bigger, dude. Man, I think, honestly, she's she needs to keep having matches right now. Her name is everybody fell in love with her. Everybody fell in love with her, seeing her compete. And I think this is a great time for her to get out there and to keep having more matches. I think that she could be one of the new faces of female arm wrestling, especially in the lighter weight categories. I think her likability is super high, and she seems awesome. So I think she should be taking as many matches as she can right now as possible. She's going to be a fan favorite everywhere she goes. And also, like, seeing Japan, getting out there is awesome. I mean, since Yoshi, who we're going to get to here in a minute, not a ton of super high profile Japanese arm wrestlers getting out there on the big cards. So I think that's very exciting. I think Takanaka is I don't know. I'm excited, man. And she was a badass. You tell us how much she loved it. And those pythons, bro, pythons. So I'm a fan. I think she's great for the sport. Arm wrestling fan says, I saw Oleg wrist curling like 80 something kg on his own body weight. Yeah. I mean, but that's normal, isn't it, for him? Is it? Corey McPhee, 2 weeks ago was your live with what the hell, brother? I know. Back here. All right, guys, I'm here with you. We're hanging out. Let's not cry over spilt milk. Let's not look at the past. Let's look to the future. Let's look at let's enjoy the present and look for the future, or just enjoy the present, not even look in the future. Archdog says it cracks me up to hear people say Petrenko is the favorite over Devin. Petrenko has a tiny hand. Devin will smother his fist. We're gonna get to that. We're working our way up to the Devin match. All right. Savage Arm Wrestling says she did get some offers, but she seems to be nervous about accepting them as she was pressured from going to Knuckles Up. Yeah, it's a bunch of drama around that. Yoshi, do you know is Super Mario says Wing Zero? What? Hopefully we will see her on another Easter Fest. I agree. Bomba Anderson, I would have went with Oleg until Bedkilly beat Tainov. Oh, man, I know. Yeah. That's wild. Artem Tainov is one of my, I love watching that dude compete. One of my favorite people to watch compete for sure. And Bedkilly is an absolute unit. Okay, after this, we are on to Yoshinobu Kanai versus Todd Hutchings. Now, they told me this is at this is a light heavyweight match, so they're coming at the same weight, which is interesting. So I think Yoshi traditionally, back when he was competing at his highest level, traditionally was heavier. He was competing against Tim Bresnan and other super heavyweights, but he's lighter now. Now, stylistically, he is very similar to older Todd Hutchings, like cast Todd Hutchings, in his ability to go sideways and how much he'll go sideways without his hand and everything like that. Now, Todd is a bit different now. Todd is Todd rolling the shit out of people. So he is top rolling without his wrist in the straps. Todd rolling, or what I like to call top flopping. And that's super. And so I believe Todd definitely still has the inside jam sideways capabilities, but he's now more than anything, he's top rolling everybody. So that's gonna be really interesting. And then with Yoshi being lighter and this being his first big match back, it's definitely gonna be interesting. But I can't see Yoshi. He knows what he's competed at that top level. I can't see him just jumping back into something and not being prepared for what he's getting himself into. You think he would take a match with Todd Hutchings, knowing Todd's style, having all access to all the videos and everything, and think he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. He's just going to get walked through. Now, that's not to undermine how amazing Todd is, but I can't see Yoshi just taking this without feeling like he's ready. And if he's ready, Yoshi is insanely powerful. So that's kind of the thing that's kind of going back and forth in my head. Now, I think no matter what, you have to say Todd is the favorite. You have to, due to him competing recently, and he's been Todd. He's been Todding, and now he's Todd rolling. And Yoshi's, this is his comeback match. You can't say Yoshi's the favorite. I think that'd be insane to say that. Now you can be cheering for Yoshi, but to say he's the favorite is a little bit wild. So I think we have to say that Todd is the favorite, and I will put that at I'm really interested in this match. I really hope Yoshi is at the level to be able to hang with Todd and give him what he needs. I think Todd has too many options right now. So I'm going to go, I don't want to say 70-30. I'm going to go 60-40. I'm going to go 60-40 Todd. because I think Yoshi might be coming with some surprising stuff. I think it should be 70-30, 80-20, but somewhere in there traditionally. But I think Yoshi's going to be coming with something. And so I think I'm giving him a 40% chance, right? I think he's going to be coming with something crazy. But I think Todd is the favorite. Catch him on the chat here real quick. J Squared, yo, what up? According to feed, Devin's going to Stonewall him just to make a point. Savage Arm Wrestling, crazy. Yoshi wants to meet Toddzilla, side pressure for side pressure. Yeah, but Yoshi also has a King's move now. See, I haven't seen that. I've been watching enough videos. Oh. Yeah, but he doesn't have the length. That was the thing. Todd ran out of patent. Has trouble with long arms. Todd does well with short arms, and Yoshi does not have a long arm. So I don't think the King's move is as scary for Todd. Joseph Bouchior, D-Rock, I'm such a fan. I just let all the ads play all the way through. #sport. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. You guys, thank you for everybody coming in here. 43 people, 19 likes. If you guys hit the thumbs up button on your way in, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see where are we at. Savage Arm Wrestling says, but it's more of a side pressure or King's move. You have to see and feel it to understand. Gotcha. Devon's Forum says, not all heroes where Vapes Joseph, Corey McPhee, did Engen ask him to compete or did Yoshi ask for a match? Makes a difference in my prediction. He had to have been given a heads up though, like time to prepare either way. And either way he had to say, yeah, at some point Yoshi had to decide he wanted the match. So whether Engen offered it or he asked for it, either way, at some point Yoshi made a decision, yep, I want it. I just don't think he would make that decision unless he's ready or he feels like he's ready. Savage, if you saw Yoshi recently, did he seem like he was confident? Was he hyped on it? Did he feel, was he speaking as if he was confident in the match? Or was he just like, yeah, I got this match with Todd. I don't know, we'll see. Or, you know what I mean? Or how was his body language? Savage Arm Wrestling, I will drop some footage for you and share it so you can see what I mean. Gotcha. Lagia says, I might be stupid, but I think Prime Yoshi would beat Todd. Ooh. Prime Yoshi versus current Todd. Man, Yoshi had a lot, bro. He had a lot. And he was one of at least in my career, in my path, Yoshi was one of the original guys that no risk, don't care. It's still going, bro. Like, I'm taking you for a ride. These straps are here for a reason. Like, he was one of the originators of that. In my memory, when I was getting going, that's one of the first guys I saw. Like, damn, that guy don't give a damn. You take his hand, just and so a big fan. Oh, first super chat of the day. Hey, Tomesy, the wizard himself, with the first super chat of the day. Tomes, I appreciate you and all that you do, my boy. And I'm gonna draw the wizard's hat. And little stars and polka dots on this wizard's hat. With the 11-11. Thank you, Tomes. Good to hang out over here next to Eng and Fernsey. Appreciate the support, brother. Thank you. He says, best arm wrestling gamer that I've ever met. You talking about Yoshi? No, Tomes, I know you're talking about me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate all the support, all the positivity you bring to the streams, to my life, to everything. Tomes, you are amazing, you guys. Big David Tomes fan here, the wizard himself. You guys should be as well if you don't know him. Lagia, that's an interesting point, man. I would have loved to see it. Yoshi wanted Devin's his arm wrestling fan. Let's work our way up to it. Yeah, you can't just jump to Devin. I mean, Devin, yeah. Drew says 75% Toddzilla. Wing Zero. I'm not an arm wrestling community. As an outsider, I think there should be new trophies made to replace legacy hammers. The new trophies don't go home with the winner, so no one can steal it. What's the point of winning a trophy if you can't take it home? The whole point is to be able to display it the way you want. It's your trophy. You want it. I'd be pissed. All right, you won. You can't have it. I mean, you can look at it through the glass. It's yours. It says here, there's nothing that represents that it's yours, but it's yours. It's yours, kind of. I'd be pissed. Bob Anderson, Todd is super light for the 105 kg class. I saw a video of Todd is under 100 kg. I see. I thought there would be a weight disparity here, but people kept telling me, no, they're the same weight. They're the same weight. So Todd is coming in lighter than Yoshi. Okay, I kept being told it was the same weight. Todd Clauso, stop struggling with this. 100-0 because his name is Todd. Todd's always win. Wing Zero says, by the way, Todd Clauso, guys, if you guys don't know who that is, he's on my team. He is Elijah Clauso's father. Elijah Clauso is an arm wrestler on my team. This kid is 12 years old. I always lower his age. 15 years old. Amazing. These kids put in the work. Watch. Keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out. Just remember the name. I just want you guys to remember the name Collazo, right? Elijah is the arm wrestler. Just keep an eye. Just remember me saying this, and then in like 5 years, you'll be like, who's this Elijah Collazo guy in these cards? I want you to remember me saying this. Elijah Collazo, 15 years old, putting in the work. I'm talking about all the work. I'm talking about this kid is obsessed. I'm talking about him and his dad. Todd is the dad, like literally next to they have a whole gym in the garage. Dad's writing down reps, talking about everything. Here's the water, sweat. All right, no, we got a 30-second rest between the next set. Like that. They're doing that. They've been doing that, and they're going to continue doing that. And like all in, all the way in. And it's showing. Elijah's a badass, and he's becoming even better and better. But keep an eye on the name Collazo. Just remember me saying this, and so I can tell you guys I told you. Wing Zero says Dennis should be banned from attending Russian arm wrestling tournaments outside of Russia. Damn. Wait. Why did I say Russian? Dennis should be banned from attending arm wrestling tournaments outside of Russia. Why? Spacey says he's big, he's handsome, he's a master of FPS games, and he's live on YouTube. Thank you, Spacey. Jens, heard that Neil Pickup gonna train Eddie. Yeah, I'm assuming so. I don't know if Eddie made that public or anything like that, but if Eddie wants to arm wrestle Brian, he's friends with Neil Pickup. They're homeboys. They've known each other for years. He knows Neil trains arm wrestlers. When he was going to train for RVJ, he was working with Neil. So it makes all the sense that Eddie would hit up Neil to train for arm wrestling. It makes all the sense. So I'm assuming so. Neil was out here recently. We filmed a bunch of stuff. We didn't really get to talk about it too much, to be honest. We're going to kind of talk a little bit more, but it's kind of interesting because I was like, I'm kind of working with Brian, and he's going to be working with Eddie, and they're going to have the match. So it was definitely an interesting conversation for sure. Diaz068, what up? How's it going, Derek? Do you think Auden Lara is being overhyped? Overhyped. It's tough, man. It's tough. You got to think of it like Bronny James, LeBron James' son. I think it's impossible to not be over. And it's nothing against Auden at all. I'm not saying he's not amazing or great, but being the son of someone that is the top guy, the most famous guy, it's impossible to not be overhyped, I believe. Like he'd literally have to be the second coming of Jesus to meet all expectations or hopes. You know what I mean? I think Auden is great in his own right. I think Auden is fantastic for his age and for his experience level. I think Auden is great. I think he's doing amazing things. Just picture Auden without the Laird last name, Auden Auden, Brown or something. That's his name. He's just his own guy. He would still be doing awesome, right? For his age and for his capabilities, Auden would be doing awesome. It's because of the Laird last name and because it's going to add a ton of pressure and a ton of expectations on him. So you guys just try to do that mental imagery with me, and just take out the Laird last name. He's just Auden Brown. Then like he would still be doing awesome. That would still be good, right? Now, because he's attached to Devin, and because Devin, obviously promotes him, and you can see all the Devin-ness coming out of Auden, especially when he arm wrestles. I know a lot of people have problems with that. I don't know. I'm torn. I think that I love high IQ arm wrestling. I love it. I get bored with stale, base, low-level IQ arm wrestling, and I love the gamesmanship. I know, but that's where I'm at in my career. I'm okay with the long setups. I'm okay watching them jockey for position for 4 minutes. I'm okay with that because I love watching that part of the game because I really understand that part of the game. So I'm looking at it from a different angle. I'm not a new spectator, right? From my angle, though, I love those games. Now, I'm not as big of a fan of all the talking. I'm not. That's not my favorite part. I don't feel like it has as much carryover. I don't think it's as worth doing all that because I don't think it has that much carryover to the match, personally. So I'm not that big a fan of all the talking, but the gamesmanship and the jockeying for position, getting any advantage you can, I love that. Personally, where I'm at in the sport, I love watching that stuff. So for me, I'm down watching Auden compete. I like watching Auden compete. The talking stuff is, I don't think it bears fruit. I think it's a waste of time for Auden and for the people listening a little bit, but I understand it builds hype and things like that. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. But I do love the gamesmanship, and I think Auden does have a amazing mind for arm wrestling. He gets it. I think he's a very intelligent kid coming up, and I'm excited to see where he goes, man. I think there's going to be awesome things. Whether he lives up, I'm not even thinking about whether he lives up to the Larrett name. I'm saying as himself. I think Auden can achieve a lot of things. And after talking to Jody and stuff, I remember when I was in Dubai, we were I just flown in and I was getting dinner down the lobby, and Jody joined me and we talked for a couple hours, and her tell me about Auden. Like, the kid's amazing. Not just in arm wrestling, man. Like, he's really, really smart. I don't know if you guys know. Like, he's really smart. Like savant type smart. Like, this kid is sharp. And he's one of those guys that can kind of do whatever he puts his mind to in any field. He could probably go into it. So I like watching Auden go to work. I just not a fan of all the talking. It's just kind of annoying to me. But the rest of it, big fan of Auden for sure. Another super chat from Bobby Reynolds, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate that right now. Actually, where I'm at in my life, I really, really appreciate that. And he says, "You are like a giant of Rambo Raff for life. Brian Shaw are like the giant version of Rob from ETN Net Entertainment Talk Nation. They do movie reviews." Oh, I have not seen them, but I will have to check them out. I do not know who those guys are at all. But either way, I'll check them out. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Bobby Reynolds. Thank you. Okay. Wings are sorry, I'm behind in the chat, guys. I was just went off on a little bit of a tangent. I know we're still got to get back to these predictions. I just want to catch up in the chat. Wings there says Engen or that American partner take trophy home. Nah, man, nah. Thomas says, are you back to your old self in the gym, my huge friend? We're making gains, making progress. The whole member, like I went off on a tangent, I explained it all. It's about falling in love with it and enjoying the process, and that's what I'm working on. I just don't want to. It's not a job if you love it, and if it starts becoming something you don't love, then it starts becoming a job. You know what I mean? And I love arm wrestling, and I love the people in the community, and I love my team, and yeah, there's a lot of aspects about this thing that I still love to death. The grind for trying to become some top guy was getting. I wasn't loving it. I wasn't loving the stress, the pressure, the shit talking. I wasn't loving it, and it was making it so I didn't want to do it. And I am excited to be getting back to the point where I really enjoy it and I seek it, and it's fun, and moving forward is fun. I think maybe I oversaturated myself. I definitely got thrown in the deep end real quick after the Tim Breslin match. But I also, saturate myself heavily in the sport in terms of I'm all over the Reddit. I'm here with you guys on doing the different shows, doing the interviews, flying to all the different events. Like I dove all the way in, and there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. That's, I don't know, just stupid stress and drama. So it kind of took away that part, made that part not fun and like work. And I want to keep it fun. You know what I mean? Until this is fully paying my bills, and it's not, I mean arm wrestling. Until arm wrestling is fully paying my bills and it's not, then I don't want to view it like a job. I want to still be in love with this. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the bar was always raised so high that it stressed me out a bit. You know what I mean? I wanted to go as high as I could, and I want to go for number one. But maybe I shouldn't have been so public saying that. I don't know. But I helped set the bar super high in aspirations. But I don't know. I found that brings like a huge amount of stress and pressure. And then it makes me like worried about not hitting it. It makes me worried about not achieving it, letting everybody down, all the shit talking that's going to come with it, blah, 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 blah. And all that stuff kind of starts weighing on me and getting me down a little bit. So I don't know. I'm just trying to navigate through all these weird feelings and thoughts and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Devin, Devon Wizard, he's number one at Mortal Kombat. Okay, I won't say I'll beat Devin in Mortal Kombat, but we can play one day. Arm wrestling fan Todzilla raised the level too much. Devin's forum. Derek got to get a champ on your Twitch with Mortal Kombat somehow. Captain Maj says, I am with Zilla, but only for selfish reasons. I'm old dude, and I got into watching arm wrestling late. Captain Maj, first off, what's up? And yeah, dude, he's a prime example of if you can get in the sport when you're older, and still do good. Him, Tim Bresnan, great examples. Savage Arm Wrestling says Yoshi was invited. This all stemmed from him prepping for when Levon was coming to visit, as he wanted to have some fun and give Levon a challenge. He had fun training and talked with his team. From there, he decided to accept the offer Engen, as he likes what Engen is doing, as he should. I feel like I saw that clip of him and Levon pulling. I can't remember how it went though. I might be completely wrong. I feel like Levon was pulling with him, and Levon's like a nod, like, wow, this dude's super strong. Or am I tripping? Did that not happen? Mr. Peanut says, why would any promoter or their sponsors want a used recycled promotional item like the hammer to devalue their brand or risk any type of copyright infringement? Pound sand with that hammer, said Mr. Peanut. I agree. The hammer was never supposed to be part of any giant promotion. Devin's thing was it was an arm wrestler thing amongst arm wrestlers, between arm wrestlers, never tied to any promotion or anything like that, just amongst us. Because the idea was promotions will come and go. This hammer could stick around. It could be our thing, not the promotional thing. But yeah, I get that the promoters would be like, no, man, make my trophy, make my thing the important thing. This is, don't talk about some hammer. Let's talk about my trophy or my this and that for my promotion. And that makes sense, 100%. And those things should be valued, especially while the promotion's around. But yeah, the hammer is supposed to transcend leagues and promotions and just be amongst arm wrestlers. This is our thing. This is what we do. We pass this hammer around, So that way, it was just supposed to be our thing that can never go away because it's not up to the promoter. The hammer wasn't up to anybody but the arm wrestlers. Ola Jen says, Michael, yo. Wing Zero says, there are sports that people don't take trophy home. Elijah the Beast says, J Squared. I agree. Captain Maj says, Savage Arm Wrestling. Do you think Yoshi will win? Yeah, interesting. Savage, you haven't given your prediction. I want to see your prediction as well. J Squared says, Todd is the mastermind. I agree. Wing Zero. Dennis Stowe, Legacy Hammer. Lagia, I believe Neil said he will train Eddie for King of the Table 13. Awesome. Everybody talking to Tomes. Eddie should get training with Neil. He needs it, says Drew. I agree. Savage Arm Wrestling. I love seeing my boy Wes on the table again. Thank you for that. You're talking about Wes Bjornson? That's my guy. That's my boy. That's all of our boys right there. Arm wrestling fan. When will you pull Auden? I would love to pull Auden. I heard he's strong as hell. Devin swears to me that kid is strong. He last I talked to him, he said I'd be too much for Auden still, but that was, maybe he's changed that tone. That was like 6 months ago. But Auden is probably progressing at an insane level. Neil said he was going to train Eddie on the Latest Fix podcast. Okay, cool. That's why I was just assuming that, and I brought it up to Neil, but I believe he said he still hadn't heard from Eddie yet, but it just made sense he was going to hear from him. Corey McPhee says the Auden hype is a fan base. Auden and Devin are realistic on his capabilities. Auden taking his time, and he's lucky to get paid to do it. I agree. Benji Mack, Benji Mack in the chat. Robert Kelly, there he is. Robert, hey, my boy. What's up, Robert? Man, how you doing, Robert? Running yourself ragged, I'm sure. Going every 2 days to a different event and driving across the country. You guys, Robert Kelly, one of the hardest working men in arm wrestling for sure. If you guys saw this guy's schedule book of what he's up to over the next month and what he's been up to, you're like, oh my God, dude, it's so much. This dude is all in. It's crazy the amount of people that, guys like myself or Engen or Neil Pickup or the guys at High Five or the guys that are putting themselves in front of the camera get a lot of the praise for growing the sport. And don't get me wrong, they do a ton. But there's a lot of guys that aren't in front of the camera that are grinding and doing a ton. And people don't know about how much they're doing to help promote the sport and help grow the sport. Robert Kelly is one of them. So you guys, can I get a W? Everybody type W in the chat for Robert Kelly and everything he does behind the scenes for arm wrestling and all the work this dude's putting in. He is really helping, and people don't understand it on mass. And Will says Auden and Reno are super close in age. Let's not even pretend Auden is close to that level. No, they're not. Their level is not super close. But Reno's also one of the top in the world at that level. So you're saying Auden is one of the top in the world? No, Auden's still very high level for his age and for how long he's been arm wrestling competitively. So You don't have to knock him because he's not even number one. I mean, can we even say anything about him? He's not number one. He's not competing against the number one guy. Like, he's still great. So it's a weird point to bring up. Let's see. Spacey says, what if Dennis adopts Milo and trains him to face Auden in Cain and Abel super match? That'd be crazy. Arm Wrestling Fan says, Reno said he can beat Jerry. Thoughts? I think if you are a certain type of arm wrestler and you're a stylistic nightmare for Jerry, then I think like Reno, because Reno presses, right? Yeah. That could be it could be a bad matchup. There might be some validity to that for sure. But I do think that is him thinking past Jerry's ability to hook. I think Jerry does have a really strong bicep. So I think he thinks he's just going to be able to press faster and tighter than Jerry. And when Jerry tries to press, his arm will just get opened up. But I don't know, man. I think he's devaluing Jerry's bicep, and I think Jerry might have a little more there than people think. I'd still favor Jerry in it, but I do think Reno has a chance, an opportunity. He definitely has speed and tightness in his press over Jerry, I think. But you'd have to say Jerry's the favorite. Wing Zero says, I was just thinking of ways to prevent someone from stealing Legacy Hammer. Cobalt 54 says, yes. He even said if Jerry beats Levon, doesn't change, Reno would beat Jerry. Captain Maj says, arm wrestling. Oh, talking arm wrestling fan. I believe it's possible anyone who's inactive and does not have body of work can be beaten by those who are active. Arm wrestling fans to say that to Gennady. Everybody saying hi to Benji. Bobby Reynolds says, have you ever been in a movie? I know Brian has. I've never been in a movie. I have been on 2 TV shows, though. I was on True Blood, and I was on a show called Crossing Jordan. I was an extra on both those shows. I don't even know if you could see me on the Crossing Jordan one. On the True Blood episode, though, you could definitely see me. I was wearing a fireman outfit, and I was poking a roof. And then at one point, I was carrying 2 oxygen tanks down a walkway. You could definitely see. I walk right at the camera, and then I veer left. Savage Armison says they didn't pull. They didn't pull Levon. Okay, so I was tripping. I remember seeing Levon pull somebody though, and he was like, "Yeah," like recently, but whatever. I was there for it. I have that day on my channel. They did have a drink. DF, can you please start promoting everybody's channel that's in here? Benji Max, Savage Arm Wrestling. You guys go check out Savage Arm Wrestling. That Savage. I can't remember where you're from, but exactly. I know you're from North America, right? United States, I believe. But basically an English-speaking arm wrestler, you guys, that is in Japan and training over there. So if you guys want to see the Japanese arm wrestling scene, that is the guy you would go to kind of see what's going on in Japan from an American, English-speaking perspective. Because there's a lot of channels out there with Japanese arm wrestling, but a lot of times it's not in subtitles, and I don't speak Japanese. And so that's Savage is kind of that link. You know what I mean? So let's definitely promote that channel on here. DF, obviously, if there's anybody else's channel on here, you guys raise your hand if you guys want DF, and he'll post the link to your channel. We are down to promote every single person in here. You guys know that. We are at 47 people, 33 likes. You guys, I appreciate the love. If you guys can click the thumbs up button, if you haven't, I would appreciate that as well. Super chat from Robert Kelly. Hey, Robert, $2 super chat says, I'm booked into 2026. Really? Seriously? Dude, I believe you. I don't even think you're being sarcastic. I believe you. That's crazy, Robert. Dude, this, especially American arm wrestling, we owe you a debt of gratitude that, like, people don't understand, man. And so thank you for all that you do and all that you make possible, Robert. Thank you for all the efforts you put in, dude. People are putting effort into arm wrestling. I'm so proud of all of us in the community that are in it, that put in the work and are so selfless into helping make this happen. I get to see it on a local scale or on a national scale all the time. And just hearing of all the things that us arm wrestlers are doing and arm wrestling fans are doing to help get this sport going, just from the kindness of our hearts. Not saying people don't get paid off stuff, but like the amount of work and things people are doing to promote the sport out of the love for the sport because we want to see our sport grow is insane. It really is. It's crazy. And it's awesome because it just shows how much passion everybody has for the sport. And guys, there's so many people, like almost, okay, every team in the United States is run by, for the most part, is run by some guy who's just taking off, offering up his house or his garage for free, training everybody, every veteran arm wrestler. It's common. It's expected that every veteran arm wrestler trains every new guy. That's crazy. And we do, of course, that's awesome. But like, you gotta think about that. It's expected. If you are a veteran arm wrestler and you know what you're doing, and a new guy walks up and says, I want to learn arm wrestling, you teach him. 100%. That's what you do. Right? I don't care. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're Devin Laird or any top guy, you immediately be like, oh yeah, let me plug you in. Let me get you onto the sport. Let me show you the ins and outs, whatever I can teach you right now. Like, it's expected. And that's wild. That's great. I mean, it's fantastic. It's amazing, right? That we have that in our community. Like, that's just what it is. And I think that the amount arm wrestling will always be alive because how much the arm wrestlers love it. Promoters will come and go. Rich people can come and go. Events can come and go. The love for arm wrestling will always be around, and that will the bottom level will always be there of love for arm wrestling. Yeah, it might get peaks and valleys from crazy promoters and money and things like that, but arm wrestling and arm wrestlers loving arm wrestling will always be there, and it'll never die. Arm wrestling will never die. It'll never go away all the way, ever. Like, not even possible, right? It'll never die out and just be a fad, because it's not going to go anywhere. Arm wrestlers love it too much to let it go anywhere. So I just think that's so amazing. I think that's not recognized or thought about enough, how much the bottom line is pushed. And I think it's great. Thank you for the super chat, Robert. Hey, man, appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Paul Levon didn't like the idea. He pulled a bunch of guys before, then Yoshi came at the end and offered that. Oh, man, that sucks. DF sharing Benji's channel. John Boy says, will you take a match with Auden if you had to agree to lose to make him look good? No, I wouldn't. And also, I would really be bothered that would be offered. I'd be pretty pissed off at anybody that would offer that. And if Auden was down with it, I'd be pissed off at Auden for being down with it, and pissed off at Devin if he was down with it. No. That would be so lame. That would be wildly lame. Mr. Peanut says, Wall copyright infringement, Hammer Talk, trust Kaplan, branding is cash, never create liability, Wall fix lawsuit for $500,000 against Rockwell damages, property rights used without consent. Oh man, you guys are taking off on me. Sorry, I go on these tangents. I'm passionate about this stuff, guys. Robert just busy running for me after challenging me to a match as Benji. Should change his name to Forrest. Emiliano! I wish you could go a week or so with the high hookers and train with Auden. That would be a great vlog show. That would be awesome. That'd be fun. Hey, thank you guys for all the W's for Robert in the chat. I appreciate that. Awesome, you guys. Let's play some games. Derek says home gym physique. Yo, man, he's been in all my streams. I'm gonna hop on tonight for sure. Hey, Kane Fontecchio, my right hand man. That's my boy right there. Kane, another guy grinding, another perfect example of somebody putting in their own time and effort completely for free for arm wrestling to grow the sport. Like, I don't know, man. If you guys aren't privy to these conversations or you haven't seen what's going on behind the scenes, like, I get to talk to Kane. Kane, like I said, perfect example. And all the things, it's like, Kane, yo, man, you're doing too much, man. Kane, hold on, we can get the guys can pitch in for this. So this and that, he's just always wanted to do. Kane would give his shirt off his back for any arm wrestler and do anything. Yeah, you're broken down 4 hours away. I'll be right there. You know, like, Kane's that guy, especially for arm wrestling. And there's so many people like that, and it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. So all the time, whenever like Kane hosts practices, sometimes we'll go up there, and I have to force money into Kane's hand. He'll buy like food for everybody. He'll like go and spend $200-$300 on food for the whole practice. I'm like, Kane, no, you're taking money for this. And he's always like reluctant, like, and I'm like, guys, everybody give me $10. Like, everybody pitch in. Like, we have to, because Kane is just too nice and he cares so much about the sport. And I've been there, and I still do. And it's just, dude, it's so awesome to see. I just keep going off on this. Sorry, guys. And well, Devin likes to say he's only 19. Well, Reno won a world title at 19. Cool. Like, Reno's amazing. I don't know why you're comparing him with Reno. As if he's not Reno, he sucks. That's weird. It's a really weird thing to say. You ain't first, your last is Jock Hoban. I know, huh? Get the number 4 gripper out, Derek. We can't move that thing. Savage Arm Wrestling says, I don't think it will be a clean sweep, but unfortunately, I have a hard time believing that Yoshi's body is ready for that. But he has done some pulling with Toshiyuki Shishido. He Todd rolls. Oh, cool. Roy Baker says, how long did it take you to close the COC number 3? I feel like the first time I tried it, I did. Roy, I don't remember training to close the COC 3. I think I got that right away. The 3.5 took a while. Savage Arm Wrestling says, and yes, Wes Bjornson. Arm Wrestling fan. Reno also told me hooking is his domain, and no problem. There we go. Home gym physique. Did anyone see the Saplenkov video today? I doubt Devin will get a chance to pull him ever again. I didn't see it, but some people were talking about it, if that's the one y'all were talking about. DF says, you were also on Major League Gaming TV show for TNT. Yeah, I guess I was on that show if you count that as well. DF sharing Savage Arm Wrestling channel. Legend of Nelda, Tears of the Incel says, whose side are you on in the Aussie versus Engen beef? Catch me up. Catch me up. Wait, I haven't heard anything about that in months and months and months and months. Is there more going on? Fill me in on any current details on that. But I might not be able to weigh in at all because Jake is a dear friend of mine and Engen is a dear friend of mine. But if there's new details, I would love to hear about that for sure. You guys can get my live reaction to hearing the details. Dennis is done with Devin. DF keeps misspelling things. Wow, hell of a moderator, DF. Can you spell words correctly? Roy Baker says, would you say closing grippers strongly correlates to arm wrestling? I know the traditional arm wrestling training doesn't necessarily help close grippers, but closing grippers may help in a match. There are situations in arm wrestling where grip strength can help. It is not a main thing to train. Like if you only have 5 minutes and you got to train something for arm wrestling, grippers are not the thing going to be the thing on your list. But it doesn't mean that grip strength does not have a place in arm wrestling. Grip strength and grippers, the gripper type strength, best correlates inside the straps, you guys. That sounds crazy. Why would it be inside the straps? If they're outside the straps, you want to hold on. No, inside the straps. This is one of the reasons Devin started training his grip. I don't know if you guys remember that little arc where Devin was training grip, because Devin loves the straps and he likes tight straps. One of the downfalls of the King's move is if he gets out there in the King's move and they are able to climb up the hand, then they can eventually finally top their riser and expose their wrist, right? And that was one of the potentially ways of beating the King's move. So Devin likes a tight strap, and he likes to kind of bury them in his palms so they can't climb up and beat his riser or reposition. Now, when they're strapped to you, imagine a strap around my hand. When they're unstrapped, if I try to use my grip, then they would just let go. They would. There. They would detach their palm and be able to exploit my fingertips. If we are tied together, they cannot pull their hand out. So my grip can keep them from sliding up my thumb. You get that? So grip play is most prevalent inside the straps, where you can keep them, because in order for them to climb while in the straps, they have to go right up your palm. They have to go right through the base of your fingers. So gripping inside the straps can yield way bigger benefits than trying to apply grip strength outside of the straps. Get me? So grip does have a play, especially for a situation like Devin, right? King's move in the straps, doesn't want people to climb up his thumb and get a higher out on his fingers. So gripping can make a play in those, right? Robert Kelly, over 20 events in 2025, got room for 30 more. Savage Arm Wrestling, things going on in Japan. Mario Tambakis is coming to face Japan's current number one, Toshiyuki Shishido, on the 13th. Awesome. Where can we watch that, Savage? Where will that be streamed? Wing Zero says, I saw filming of the boys outside set. I didn't see the actors. I think this was before filming. I was walking by. Legend of Nelda says, Engen's tyranny is kind of ruining arm wrestling. By the way, too much drama. If you're into it, if you're like, why do people let that affect them so much? I don't know. Bobby Reynolds, $10 super chat. Thank you, sir, for another super chat, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Times are rough out here in Southern California. Everything's getting more expensive and times are rough. So I appreciate any and all super chats to the core of my being. That is why I started streaming video games, trying to make some money at that anyway, because gaming anyway, might as well try to get some ad revenue from that. You guys, I really, really, really appreciate this. Robbie Reynolds says, when you get to check your little brother Rambo graph for life, grab some popcorn. His videos are entertaining, especially his epic rant on Alien. He's a big fan of 80s and 90s type of action films. Oh, so you like reviews, just older films and stuff like that. Awesome. That seems exciting, man. Can you post a DF? Okay, DF, can you find the guy he's talking about and post a link in the chat and message me the link as well, please? Rambo Raff for life. Rambo Raff for life. Can you find a link, please, sir? Babykin. Oh my gosh. Dennis needs a hammer to build my playpen. Benji Max says, Epic Savage, I need to go back to Japan again soon. Oh man, bucket list. I definitely want to go so badly. Brandon Natali says, Derek, are you doing anything different in your training? No. Nope. Slow and steady. Legend of Nelda says, can Auden beat Derek? Ooh, man. I bet you if we put a poll out, my name is all-time low, and Auden's name is pretty high right now. So most people would probably say Auden would beat me. I'd crush him. But I think most people, the general fans, you put it on Reddit, most people probably say Auden would beat me. I'm too big. I've been in it for too long. For now. That's for like right now. If we had the match like tomorrow or the next day, or soon, whatever. But it wouldn't be easy. That's for sure. I know. I'm gonna get back to the predictions. The goal was to catch up in the chat, then get back to the predictions, and the chat kept going, and I kept going on these tangents. Sorry. Okay, we're almost done. Auden is 100% clean. He's honest about who he can beat. He isn't cocky at all unless it matches book. Keep thinking all 19-year-olds peak at the same rate. Trip Ward, Derek the man. Yo, Trip Ward, what up, man? Savage says, I will be streaming that match live. I'm so excited. I get to sit in Mario's corner. Mario's amazing. One of my favorite people in the world. Corbin Fee, no offense, no one's claiming he's not. Bobby Reynolds, Alien 3. And Legend of Nelda, Derek versus Borman Arturi. Ricard, you're talking about? Or Tom Bacchus. I pulled Mario last time he was out here. I never pulled Ricard, but that match has been brought up. Okay. And much respect to the Aussie arm wrestlers. I actually pulled with Jamie Barrett was out here last week. No, week before. And I pulled to Jamie. Jamie's getting strong, man. He's getting so strong. Ibrahim Saigov versus Reno Masick. Now, interesting. Ibrahim's a beast. He will play right in Reno's strengths. Ibrahim will go right into where Reno wants to be, and Reno will go right into where Ibrahim wants to be. So this is definitely going to be a move, their best move versus the best move for the most part. I don't know, man. It's rough. I'm like picturing it. I'm trying to go through it in my head. Ibrahim tightens up so well. He's a bigger guy than Reno. He's an absolute monster. Reno is just getting stronger and stronger. He's younger and stronger and stronger. And Reno is more shoulder committed. I'm going to go Reno on this one. I think that if they go traditional hook, I think Ibrahim will have the slight edge. But I think Reno is more shouldery and potentially and faster than Ibrahim. I think that with his shoulder behind it, especially as he's still moving forward, he's young. I think Reno will take it. I think he'll have more access to drive, and he'll be more offensive. I'm picturing Reno taking this, but I think it's close, dude. I think it's like 55-45 Reno. I'm going Reno on that one. David Samusha versus Vladimir Moirov. Samusha. Moirov is amazing. Samusha, though. I think, like, you got to go with Samusha at all times. Yeah, Samusha. Yeah. 70-30, Samusha. Yeah. Let's see. Reichard, Mormon, Marcus, Atarai, Tambakis. How did Tambakis feel? Mario's amazing. Every time I pull with him, he's getting stronger and stronger for sure. Super strong, dude. Saga will dust him. You think Legend? No, you think so, huh? Reno just posted 80 kg back pressure. I think he's a beast now. If they end up in a hook, I think Reno's got really. Samusha will get the third match of the night of this year. Sagov 80% says Corey. Oh, Dave Anderson, yo, Cowabunga. What's up, Dave? After this, Georgi Zarenov versus Vitaly Laletin right arm match. Oh man, you don't hook Vitaly. It's not an option. And Zarenov is amazing arm wrestler. You don't hook Vitaly though. Vitaly doesn't get hooked. He's unhookable. So I'm interested. Is Zarenov going to put in all the effort to try to hook Vitaly, or is he going to try to stay high-wristed and, I don't know, kind of top roll or high hook? But if it's traditional Zarenov and he tries to bang in there on a hook with Vitaly, Vitaly will 3-0 him so fast. It'll be destruction. But Zarenov's been in the game, man. I don't think he has this kind of illusion where he thinks he's going to sink in a deep hook with Vitaly, right? There's no way. There's no way he's going to shoot for a deep hook with Vitaly. All right, but I can't predict on what adjustments Zarenov's going to make. So we'll just go based on what we've seen in the past. And if what we see in the past is what we see at that match, then Vitaly destroys Zarenov. And nothing against Zarenov. Zarenov is amazing. I think it's a really bad stylistic matchup for Zarenov. So 3-0 Vitaly. Yeah, for me. Oh, okay. This next match is going to piss some people off. I know this one for my prediction here. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. Greetings, Legend Nelda, Laletin. Zarenov been ranking up like a grinder. Now he's facing a boss. Yeah, but it's just a horrible matchup for him, in my opinion. I don't know who's scarier, Vitaly or Zarenov. Both scary dude. Well, Vitaly's not scary. I mean, on the table, I guess, but that's my boy, man. Vitaly's so funny. I love that dude. I think Zarenov's best chance is to stop with some dedicated back pressure. Yeah, if he does that, but traditionally he's just so hooky. We'll see. Zarenov wins this. If Zarenov wins this, he's a boss. Vitaly wins this, he's ready for LeVon. Great match. I agree. John Boy says, between you and Jody Williams, who wins? I'm a lot bigger than Jody. I would beat Jody. I'm way bigger. I'm a whole different weight classes. Savage Arm Wrestling says, thank you for the shout out and what you do for the sport. Keep Wes in the grind. I want to see him on a pay-per-view stage someday. Stay safe and stay savage. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming in. And no problem. That's what we do. This is what we do for our sport. The way Sagov beats Sandras, I can't see Reno win. I hope he does, but I don't see it at all. David Tomes. Hey, Derek. I'm jumping back into X-Fine for a while. Maybe see you in there later. Yeah. We can game later for sure. All right. Next match. Irakli Zirakashvili versus Georgi Tatiev. Now, I love how many people are saying that Irakli is going to dust this dude. It's not close. It's a horrible matchup. I love that people have no idea who Georgi Tatiev is. And the more like blatant posts I see about how Georgi stands no chance Irakli's going to destroy him, the more I get excited to watch this. I've been a Georgi Tatiev fan for a while. Probably because he's tall. I mean, that's what started, right? Any video I see of this kid, I'd be like, oh, man. Who's that kid? That tall, skinny kid. He looks like a young Vitaly. Vitaly used to be like skinny and tall and lanky like that. I think Georgi's might even be taller than me and Vitaly. I don't know how tall he is, but I think I read somewhere that he was taller than us. He might be like 6'9" or something like that. But he is a freak. He's beat Dmitry Trubin. He's given wars to tons of people. Like, this dude is a monster. I can't see Irakli beating a strong Dmitry Trubin. Can you? Like, why are people not giving Georgi a chance saying Irakli? Just because they've seen so much of Irakli and they know he is, and Irakli is a beast. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying that you guys are discrediting Georgi so much, or not you guys specifically, but the people that have been just not even talking about Georgi. Lagia, Tatiev is a good style for this. I agree. Armstrong fan. Funny you say people don't know Tatiev if you think Irakli is stronger. So yeah, I do think it can be a good match. I do think it's comparable. I think it's a good match to have. I think this match should happen. I'm favoring Georgi. I'm favoring Georgi, and not a ton. I definitely think this match stops. I think that due to Georgi's height and his ability to roll over the top of Irakli's hand, I think Georgi's going to end up taking this. It'll be straps. It'll be low hand top rolling and high posting with the forearm. The forearm will be vertical. I think Georgi takes this. I think the match is 3-1. 3-1 with Irakli winning maybe on fouls or like a flash pin, and then when it starts getting into a grind, Georgi wins. I think personally, and Irakli is amazing and he's getting stronger and stronger for sure. But Georgi Tatiev is wild, guys. He is wild, and you guys need to look this matchup or look this dude up if you guys don't know who Georgi is, or Georgi. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I just call him Georgi. I read it as Georgi. I call him Georgi. Now, Michael Todd versus Gennady Fikvinia. What was it? What was their series last time they pulled? What was the match? The score? Was it 3-0? Because they pulled East versus West. King of the table, East versus West. They pulled, right? And I'm not tripping, right? They pulled and Gennady won. 4-0 Iraqi says arm wrestling fan. Damn. I like how Georgi gets to go straight for the world title. What was the score with Michael Todd and Gennady last time? Was there a sweep from Gennady? I'm trying to remember the details of the last time they pulled. They pulled, right? Because Gennady had made all those. Because he pulled Michael before Gennady pulled Devin, right? Someone help me. Come on, chat. Lagia, help me. You're the guy. You're the encyclopedia guy. You know all the stats and all the facts. Lagia, help me out. What was the last time they pulled and what was the score? I feel like they pulled and it was a sweep, but maybe I'm tripping. It was 3-0 Gennady, says Jens. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. He won 3-0 East vs. West 2. Damn. Okay. So Gennady. What shape is Gennady in? That's I don't know. I haven't been following too much. What shape is Gennady in? First question is going to pop up in my mind. Michael, I think, is in fantastic shape and getting in better and better shape. So Mike is different. He's a different arm wrestler right now. He has offensive capabilities and he still has his defensive capabilities. But now he has way more offensive capabilities than he did before. Encyclopedia guy, I feel honored. So I think that if Mike only had the King's move and he had to keep resorting to that, I think that that Gennady had that figured out. Now, this is again, I'm speaking as if this is old Gennady. This is Gennady from a year and a half ago or whatever, right? 2 years ago. That's the Gennady I have in my head. I don't know where he's at physically and how he's feeling. Yeah, Lars says Michael isn't the same anymore. I agree. I don't know where Gennady's at, guys, because he got hurt, right? But Gennady's always getting hurt and healing up. But I'm just going to assume this is full force Gennady, just for the sake of me tearing this match apart in my head. So Mike has a King's move, but Mike is more offensive. Now, is Mike fast enough and strong enough in the offensive route to overpower Gennady? Gennady is a very versatile, traditional arm wrestler. When I say traditional, I mean not King's moving, but very versatile in all of the moves, right? Savage, Michael didn't even really get his stuff. I thought you said you were leaving, Savage. Yeah, okay, because Gennady was making all those videos, right, talking about how he understands how to beat a King's move, this and this, and then he did it, if I remember correctly. And so, but I guess my question is going to be, how much access will Michael have to his new offensive capabilities? Will he be able to use them? If this is 100% Gennady, I don't know if he's the same guy, but if he is, will Mike have access to his offensive capabilities, or will he be forced to go back to King's moving? Michael break his arm trying to get that King's move. To the offensive abilities. I'm not saying that sounded wrong. I don't mean he's going to injure himself. I'm saying Mike will do everything in his power to access his offensive capabilities. He will throw everything in there to try to get it. Gennady is very strong, and Gennady's pretty fast, and he's very smart. Oh, man. And Gennady won 3-0 last time. And have you guys heard anything about Gennady and his shape recently? If you guys have, if there's been any videos or any interviews, because I haven't watched any of them. Has Gennady talked about his shape? What shape he's in? Is he back to 100%? Where's he at? Does anybody have any info? I have zero info right now. I think this is going to be okay. Unless I see something different pop up in the chat. I heard he's basically back to peak shape, says RR. Hey, RR, by the way. What's going on, man? Like a few percent off. Okay, so I'm going to assume Gennady's peak shape. Then I think that you have to have Gennady as the favorite. Now, Mike is my boy, and I'm cheering for Mike. Gennady's also one of my favorite arm wrestlers of all time. He's my top 3 favorite arm wrestlers of all time. But Mike is my boy, and I'm definitely cheering for Mike. I want Mike to win this. I think that due to their past match being 3-0, I think that Mike has to. This is up to Mike to prove that he can beat Gennady. You know what I mean? So I think it's logical to put Gennady as the favorite, because I want to see how Michael's offensive capabilities and his current training is gonna show out. Like I said, I want Mike to win. I'm trying to think if I had to give it a percentage. After seeing Mike being offensive and stuff like that, and his new moves, and this is coming from last time they pulled, it was 3-0. I'm going to go with 60-40 Gennady. And I honestly, I think that, I just need to see how Mike can get his offense in there against Gennady. Once again, I'm cheering for Mike. I want Mike to win. I'm just saying, if I had to bet my daughter's college, tuition on a match, I would put Gennady as a 60-40 favorite. But man, Mike, I'm going for Mike. I want Mike to win. Michael Todd, you got this. All right. Where's Garrett Thomas? Oh, Gennady did an interview. He said he was feeling 90% and headed for Levon. Ibra says, I think he said every lift is better than ever than his bicep, of course, because of injury. Yeah, PR and everything Gennady except for bicep per the Engen interview, and still 4 weeks ago before the match. Legend Nelda says, Derek, are you pulling the USA in the December event? I don't know which event you're speaking of, so I cannot speak to that. But no, actually, I have made no plans to pull in the United States until February, when I'm pulling in Philippines. So no, whatever event you're talking about, no. But are you talking about King of the Table, or what are you talking about? Lagia, got to go with Gennady. Okay, the big event with Chavez. Okay, yeah, the King of the Table. I want to go, and I want to go for a few reasons. One, I want to go. I'd love to love King of the Table, love the crew. Big Don is amazing. All of Hannah, everybody behind the scenes at King of the Table, awesome crew. Love them. Would love to commentate, but also I definitely want to go for Brian. I would love to be in Brian's corner. I don't think Brian's going to need me, but if he does, I want to be there. It's better for him to have me and not need me than need me and not have me, type of thing. I want to be in his corner. I was tearing my hair out when Eddie went when Larry Wheels went and pulled Leonidas in Germany, and I was like, if I was there, I would tell him in person, stop doing. I could see what he was doing, and I would be on Larry and telling him and telling all things. Straight Leonidas, I would be making a huge deal about the things that were happening in that match, and I think they could have made a big difference. And it's going to kill me if I watch Brian pull Eddie and somehow it does become a close match. And I know that if I was right there, I could tell Brian and it would change and he would win the match. It's going to frustrate the crap out of me. So I will be trying to go to that. I am not competing, but I will try to go and be there, help the promotion and help Brian. Raudel, yo, what up, man? Ibra says, I'm not gonna lie, I believed in the Monster Michael Todd comeback, but this time it feels different. I'm going with Monster Michael Todd. Hey, perfect. That's a fine prediction for sure. And like I said, I want Michael to win. Hello to you, Derek and chat. Andy, yo, what up? Excited for that Philippines event you're pulling, and thanks for branching out like that and promoting sport in other regions of the world. Yeah, man. Still arm wrestling. Garrett Thomas says, I hope Eddie puts up some real training. Larry versus Shaw in 3 months. Who wins? I'm not going to get any predictions on that, man. Come on, man. All right, we got 2 more matches left to talk about. Ivan Matyushenko versus Alijan Muratov. Man. I'm such an Ivan Matyushenko fan. One of my favorite arm wrestlers of all time. Once again. Left-handed. A lot of times when I think of Ivan Matyushenko, I think of Ivan Matyushenko that I've been watching at WAF. And I've seen Ivan lose to Georgi Zarenov and people, but I don't know how he's changed his training. Honestly, I know a lot of people aren't going to believe this or whatever, and I don't know. I have no inside information whatsoever. I'm just based off what I'm watching. I think Ivan might be clean. He might be natty. We'll never know. We don't know about any of these guys or any arm wrestler. But like, he's stayed relatively the same size. Matyushenko's never ballooned up and gotten massive, or I don't know, man. I think maybe he just has high natural test, but he might be a natty guy. I don't know. A lot of people aren't gonna believe that or whatever, but like, dude, he's been at it for a long time. There's videos of Ivan Machchenko arm wrestling when he was like 15, competing against Denis Saplenkov. But Aljan Muratov is just crushing the game. This dude is making gains on gains. I'm not saying he's on anything either. I have no idea. I'm just saying I'm not sure if how fast Ivan Machchenko is growing or improving in his still the same move he's always done, the same lifts he's always done. I don't know his rate of improvement right now. And Muratov seems to be getting way better quickly, like he's making leaps and bounds. I want Ivan Machchenko to win this. I want him to be the brakes, and someone puts the brakes on Muratov. I feel like with Muratov's current trajectory, you have to have him as the favorite, though. Yeah, I feel like you have to have him as a favorite, but man, I want Machchenko to win. I just don't. I think Muratov is definitely going to be. He's more explosive to the pin than Ivan is. I'm not saying Ivan can't go fast, but traditionally Ivan puts everything into sinking the hook, and then he works from there. He doesn't usually hit straight to the pin like he did with Camille, but traditionally that's not his go-to against very, very high-level opponents. Muratov will. He'll hit to the pin. So I think Ivan gets his hook. I think he definitely gets his hook that he wants, for sure. Or a hook. I guess he gets a hook. I don't know if it'll be the hook in the position that he wants, but man. Okay, one match. I'm going to predict based on what I want. I'm going 55-45 Machchenko. No, but if I'm giving my unbiased opinion, guys, 60-40 Muratov, I guess. What up, man? Andy Beckett, yo. Bobby Reynolds, what's your favorite Godzilla movie? Oh, the most recent Godzilla King Kong movie was pretty good. I thought. Sorry if you think it's really bad. Lage says, Alzan will scare us once again. I'm predicting a sweep. Jens Winston says, Alzan is number one left, period. I don't see Ivan beating Aljan 4 rounds, to be honest. You think Aljan is number one left-handed? You're talking about, like, in his weight class? Or you're talking about, like, in the world? I promise you right now, Levon could have a match with Aljan left-handed, and Levon would. I would put my car on it that Levon would dust Aljan right now left-handed, a match tomorrow. Just saying. But I know Levon's not competing left-handed and stuff like that. But yeah, don't lose sight of the gigantic super heavyweights with really strong left hands that just aren't being as active. I don't see Ivan beating Aljan 4 rounds, to be honest. Yeah. RR says, curious to hear if there's any elite pullers that you think we'd be surprised to hear are natty. I don't know, man. I really don't know. You don't know who's on and who's off. I know behind the scenes, the only people I know that are on are the people that behind the scenes have told me directly that they're on. I've heard it from their mouths. Other than that, everything is assumptions. You know, like people saying they're natty, you can't even trust that. But no one would lie and say that they're on when they're actually natty. I don't know why people would do that. So I think if I've heard they're on from them, then I'll believe they're on. Other than that, I think it's just better to assume everybody's probably on, and either lying or I don't know. As a competitor, I just assume that they all are. But I do, dude. There's some people that make one of the people that believes Kirgali. I believe Kirgali is natty. We'll never know. I am definitely open to the possibility that Machchenko is natty. It wouldn't freak me. It wouldn't blow my mind to find out that he was actually natty if I found out somehow. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to name any names about who I know is on gear and stuff like that. I'm not going to out people, but yeah. But my two things, I think Kirgali, I believe he's natty, just on my own. I've never talked to him. I just think that, and Aljan. Now they say the Swedes are, or they say that Tobias Sprong is natty. They say that that Sandras is natty. They say. Now I gotta check their blood. I don't know. They say they are though. So those guys are super impressive as well. Captain Maj, so who cares if Yvonne is natty or not? It's like worrying if a porn star is on Viagra. Who cares? Well, in terms of Yvonne Machchenko recently went from competing at world championships, which is known as amateurs, to the pros. Most people, when they make that transition consistently from WAF to competing in big shows, start gearing up heavy. Do you guys remember the transition everybody made when the top 8 was announced and how much bigger everybody got? Prunick, I don't know Prunick, never talking about what he's taking, but did you see how much bigger that dude got? Prunick got huge. That dude gained like 60 pounds of muscle. That's the normal transition people make from going to amateur competitions to pro, where they're getting paid, like East vs. West and the big, other bigger promotions. But I'm just saying, so that's an important thing to talk about. Like, what is Yvonne's, his rate of growth right now? How much stronger is he getting, or is he staying around the same? Because I believe Murtaugh is getting stronger and stronger. I mean, it seems that way every time we see him. So it's definitely an important factor to play. Yes, Alison handles our best in Italy. Rodell says, who do you want to pull next, and what do you think about Brian Shaw's chances in climbing the sport? Who do I want to pull next? The guy I'm pulling next. Mike Ford in Philippines in February. That's who I want to pull next, and that's who I am pulling next. And what do you think about Brian Shaw's chances of climbing the sport? If Brian can remain uninjured, and if Brian can train optimally and keep passion for the sport, then I believe Brian can go as far as Brian wants to go. I believe, like I said, 3 years, if things go optimally, Brian doesn't get injured and he trains optimally, within 3 years, Brian is knocking on crazy doors. We're talking, guys, doors on this card. We're talking about those types of doors. In my opinion, number 1, Vitaly, number 2, Alajon, 3, Artyom, and Camille. Great. Definitely badass list for sure. USS Liberty, never forget, says reverse fake natty. David Simpson says, if you're not natty but look natty, you're doing something wrong, LOL. John Boy says, what do you think it says about you that Travis' only win during his comeback was against you? I don't know. I took that match with like a week notice to pull Travis Bajent left-handed. I don't know. What does it say? It says that I don't know, that I don't care about left hand, and I took the match just to help the promoters, and because Travis was there. I don't know. That's what it says. I don't know. I'm not prideful about my left hand. It's just kind of there. It does okay. It beats some people, loses other people. Beats some high level guys, loses to some low level guys. I don't know. It's just kind of there. Captain Mosh says, okay, I just meant about winner, chicken dinner. I misheard. Oh, gotcha. All right, guys, what time is it? It is 5:51. Oh, wow. We did hour and a half, basically. I thought we were going to be able to get through this in an hour. Oh, last match. Devin Larratt versus Oleg Petrenko. You have to say that Devin's going to be the favorite on paper, for sure. Oleg looking amazing. Super threat, 100%. But why would Devin suddenly not be the favorite? Did something happen? Did Devin lose to somebody I'm unaware of? How would Devin not be the favorite leading into this? That's not to say I don't think Oleg has a chance. I think he really does. But I think you have to go into this saying Oleg, Devin's the favorite. What is proving that he wouldn't be? Is it just overhyped for Oleg? People are thinking because of his awesome weightlifting videos or his last wins. Devin versus Chance, that Devin wasn't even prepped for that. And Devin still won. And that was a super heavyweight. I don't know. Weird. It's weird that the dots people connect. You think that Devin with full training and prep for an East versus West match against Oleg isn't going to be a bit different than Devin versus Chance last minute? Interesting. You think Devin doesn't always get himself into? Interesting. So Oleg is amazing. I want to keep reiterating that. I'm not saying this is anything against Oleg. I think he's fantastic. Over a super match, I don't see it happening. I think that Devin's hand and wrist in the setup, it tires Oleg out enough where it might even be a sweep or 3-1. to maybe give one to Oleg first round or Devin fouling out. Would be my prediction. So 70-30 Devin, I would say. Like and Oleg Petrenko is amazing. I love that dude. He is amazing. I just don't. It's different. Their sizes are different. Everything like that. Their gamesmanship is different. What they focus on is different. The whole arm wrestling style, everything about what they embrace is different. Devin's gonna tire him out on the straps. Devin's been way more offensive lately than he was. Yeah, I think Devin takes this 70-30 confident. Yeah. And this isn't just to be on some Devin train. I just don't understand, like, Petrenko is insanely strong. And everybody besides Devin, I would love to see Oleg arm wrestle, and I think he can bang with anybody. But I just think at that weight, it's a stylistic matchup. It's a frame matchup. I think Devin tires him out and Devin wins. And I'll be shocked if something else happens. Okay. Joe Nelson, have a great night. I was lurking while I work. Hey, you have a great night too. Likely because of how Devin looked for his chance. Yeah. Weight issues in other sports mean people are suspicious. Jens Wickstrom says buckle in for some Kings move. Oh yeah, probably. He's gonna have to put the brakes on Oleg for sure. But it might even be center table breaks. It might be a high pronation and kind of get a stop center. I wouldn't be shocked if I saw that. Legend of Nelda says, Derek, we all want to see you get serious. We remember the days when you were the favorite against Morozov. Maybe you should crush RVJ to get your confidence back. If I don't remember the time I was a favorite against Morozov. Oh, I think I was ranked above him, wasn't I? When I got moved to the number 12, I think he might have been ranked below me, like 13th or 14th. But Morozov was on his way up. He was crazy strong on his way up. I think he'd already beat Georgi Zarenov in their super match. And we just didn't know. It was kind of for both of us, really, it was kind of figuring out exactly where this dude's at on a world level. And, yeah, he was obviously on a different level than me. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Not me. I'm just thinking about that match. Yeah, no, Morozov was pretty far past me. He was. There was nothing in that match where it makes me think that had I changed, like with the current strength I took in there, because of what I had, that was less than a month notice. It was, like 2.5 weeks, 3-week notice or something I took that match. I don't think there was anything I could have done that would have changed the outcome, even slightly. Although I did slip that one time. We didn't pull in the straps, right? But that guy was so strong. If we went to the straps, it probably would have favored him even more. Now, I swear, man, me versus Georgian Giant, me versus why am I having a brain fart right now? Me versus what's it called? Ravaz. Thank you, Joe. Me versus Ravaz. I'm really interested to see what would happen if I would have got that slip. If they didn't call that pin, that was so high above the pin pad. It was like right here. This is a pin pad. It was like right here. I slipped, and they called. I think they called that he pinned me because all slips at East versus West go to the straps. So it's not slip and losing position loss. It was supposed to be all slips, no matter what, go to straps. And I slipped so high above that even when I walked off the stage, Engen said, "Oh, that was a horrible call." Like he told me, and I was like, "Oh," and I watched the video. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm slipped so far above." I do wonder how that would have changed. I'm not saying I felt like I would have beat him, but when I tried to hook him round 2 and he pinned me, I felt it slow down for a second. I swear I felt it. He had to gear up to a different gear and go. I do wonder how I got the straps, if I would have been able to do something there. But we'll never know. We'll never know. Probably not. Probably would have destroyed me. But I'm interested. I'll always wonder what would have happened had I got those straps. Where was? Oh, and thank you, Legend, for having supporting me. Alex says just spent a few hours with Devin, and he knows exactly what Oleg is. There you go, Alex. A chance Devin destroys Oleg like he did to Leo. Oleg's stronger than Leo. Leonidas. David Simpson says Devin will win round 1 in a hook. You heard it here first. Ooh. But I hope Oleg wins first round just to make it interesting, says Drew. That'd be interesting. Jen says Oleg is super strong center, though. Is his hand. You got to remember, and start adding in 6'6" Devin's long limb as well. And he's going to be utilizing that length as best he can center table. So it's not whether his chest and his elbow and everything and shoulder is strong enough. Is his hand strong enough center table? Callie Love says, Rodell, hey, thank you, man. Kirgali got Swamp, Petrenko, Ben Beast. Devin is going down in weight in other sports that is pretty bad in elder ages. Yeah, but our sport's a little bit different in terms of connective tissue and gamesmanship and cheats. David Sims says, if David did get hurt round one after it looked like he was going to flash Oleg and that impacted the match, then Devin kills him. Rivaz. Thank you, Zacy. Thank you, Joe Nelson. You slipped, clean slip. Thank you, David. I need someone to back me up on this. Derek, what happened to the videos every weekend, bro? I was excited. Let's focus on the future and positive things, you bro. I'm just a failure to you guys. I'm so sorry. Joe Nelson, cheats, you mean legalish? Yeah, you guys, I say everybody, when I use that word cheats, they take it in such a negative context. I don't mean it in that way. Gamesmanship, advantages, whatever. It's just the word cheats is shorter. I don't know. It's just faster to say that. And I just feel, to me, as an arm wrestler that's been doing it for a long time at a good level, cheats is not, that's just part of the game. That's what I call it cheats, but you can call it advantages, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it. I just use the word cheats. I don't mean it in like a negative context. So when I say Devin cheats, like, yeah, I try to cheat. Every arm wrestler tries to cheat or get their advantages. Everybody tries to fight for what would make them better in that moment or in that move. Like, I just use the word cheats. I don't mean it in a negative way. I call it cheats too, but the Devin haters just cry about it. Eber says, okay, bro, but we're still waiting for it. Interested if you ever want to make. Thank you, Eber. DS said he's back, just finishing the 103 kill video. Once again, guys, if you guys are new in here, I promoted it earlier, but I'll mention it again. You guys, in my free time, I always have been gaming. I'm an ex-professional gamer or whatever. So we started up a Twitch stream, me and Devin's forum. I've been streaming on Twitch, and we started up a YouTube channel, AW Derek Space Gaming, and we're starting to upload some of the gameplay videos up onto that as well. DF can post a link right now if you guys want to watch any of those. Yeah, so we got like 103 kills yesterday on a game. Anyway, I asked Devin about going inside with Oleg. He just laughed. All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in here. If you guys didn't hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it before you guys go. If you hit that thumbs up button, thank you so much. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, please post it in the chat before I finish signing off. Once again, you guys check out the awswitch.com. Get yourself hats, shirts, stickers, and things like that. Check out natfitnation.com if you guys want to get yourself supplements. These are supplements made by an arm wrestler for arm wrestlers. Use discount code AWDerek, save yourself some money. That's from Jamie Sheldon, man. Also, if you get a chance, check out the Twitch links that Devin is going to be, DF is posting in here. If you guys are bored, you want to hang out, I will be live streaming probably all night. I'm probably going to play after this. I'll be live streaming on there. So we can talk arm wrestling while I'm playing video games. You'll be in the live chat. Same thing. We talk arm wrestling as I'm gaming. So if you guys have any more questions or anything, you can always pop in there. And yeah, anyway, Joe Nelson says, next stream, I want to know about the shoes under your trophy. I've been curious since last night while watching your game. What about them? What do you want to know about them? My Jordans? What do you want to know about? These are just my shoes, man. I got shoes. What do you? Oh, this is although I will talk about these. These are my dad's shoes, my Skechers. I figure since I'm a dad, I'm allowed to wear dad shoes. These are the most comfortable shoes ever. They're extra wide. I think they're 16s. These are the most comfortable shoes. The ugliest shoes I own, for sure, but the most comfortable at the same time. You guys, I highly recommend getting dad shoes. If you guys get a chance, they're fantastic. They're just so ugly. When I wear them, I know I don't look good at all, but they're so comfortable. Are you a high-level gamer or arm wrestler? Both. Joe Nelson said next year. Okay, sorry. W Mod. There we go. DF going crazy. Paul Italian, 28 minutes. See you there. There you guys go. Check out Paul Italian if you guys are looking for something to watch after this. Where are the end of your trophy? Okay, shit. That's your shoe rack too. Yeah, sorry. This is my shoe rack too. Size 16. Yeah. He wants a foot cam. Got to get a pair of Monarchs. Ooh. Exclamation point dad shoes. All right, guys, we're gonna start shutting this down. Thank you again for everybody. Thank you for the super chats, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please do. I appreciate all the love, all the follows. You guys spoil me. I am undeserving of all this stuff. Hopefully, I'll get back out there to King of the Table. You guys can get some commentary at least going and stuff like that. I'm always here for you guys. If you guys need me in any aspect of life, shoot me a message on Instagram or wherever, EvW Derek. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of your guys' time and your focus. Thank you for sharing that with me. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Just try to get back here next week. The goal right now is Wednesday at 4:30. See you guys next week. See you.